County. All lambs exhibited this evening will be a product of our own county. So every producer that has a lamb here at Laramie County Fair that has entered the Bread and Fed show will be in this show this evening. Class 1, we have a lot of scratches going on, so that's why we're a little bit behind. But Class 1 will be Emma Berg, Whitley Smalley, Emery Brannigan, Natalie Smalley, Tyler Sunderland, Karina Stevens, Brandon Winslow, and Abigail Horde. Judges ready? Class 2 of Division 1, Anthony Quick, Kason Bowman with 3 entries, Tegan Durner, Cooper Sanchez, Natalie Smalley, Haley Cooper, Sage Durner, and Blair Sanchez.
think a real nice set of sheep to go ahead and kick us off. The one that we have up here in front is just certainly one that hits you real hard when he enters the ring. And when you step in behind that one, that's really where he seals the deal. Super three-dimensional over his rack, spans wider over his edges, and man, he's equipped with a big, stout, powerful hip. And when she gets this one propped up, tall-shouldered, shallower chested, progressive in his width back to his flank, he's itty-bitty, but man, that's a mighty one. Congratulations to the girl. I think the boy here in second got another nice sheep, one that I would certainly call a powerhouse. You get your hands on that one, and he's super expressive through his rack, back to his loin. Maybe not the most attractive in his front end assembly. I'd like to tuck him up at his chest floor a little bit, make him a notch longer necked, but certainly a good sheep for the young man. And then we get to the one here in third, one that really is good, balances up from the side. Maybe could be a little bit taller shouldered. Maybe not the most attractive in his hip and hind leg assembly, but one that I certainly like when you get your hands on him. Comes with plenty of muscle, so certainly a good sheep for the young lady here in third. And I think a solid set from top to bottom, so congratulations to our top three. We're going to go ahead and bring the top two back for our grand drive.
Okay, results of Class 1. First place was Emma Berg. Second place was Brandon Winslow, and they will come back for our overall drive for Division 1. Class 2 entering now, Anthony Quick, Kason Bowman, 3 entries, Tegan Durner, Cooper Sanchez, Haley Cooper, Sage Durner, Blair Sanchez. On deck, we'll have Class 3, Cooper Sanchez, Marissa Merrill, Adeline Crowder, Hannah Schick, Braxton Neal, Reese West, Tyler Humphrey, Mackenzie Merrill, McKinley Sunderland, Braxton Neal, Dakota Smith, and Brandon Winslow. Today judging, we have Caitlin Lynch. She's from Auburn, California, where her and her family have a small goat and cattle operation. Currently, she's a student at CSU working towards degrees in animal science and agriculture education, and was a member of the 2022 livestock judging team. Also judging, we have Michaela Williams, originally from Burlington, West Virginia, where she grew up on her family's commercial Angus operation. She started off by showing cattle, but quickly branched off to the sheep side, where she showed both at county and state and national levels. She is an incoming senior at Colorado State University studying animal sciences and plans on pursuing a master's degree in animal nutrition, as well as a current member of the CSU livestock judging team. This evening we have 13 producers exhibited in the Bred and Fed show. B3 Livestock, 2905 Livestock, Bauman Club Lambs, Spy Club Lambs and Goats, Cox Livestock, Derner Club Lambs, Freeman Livestock, Jeffrey Club Lambs, Karakimsey, Lynn Club Lambs, Little Bow Sheep, Watkins Club Lambs, and Winslow Club Lambs.
I think this is a deep set of sheep here from top to bottom. The one that we have out here in front is just one that hits you awfully hard. Real good from the side. I think he's tall-shouldered, progressive back through his flank. One that you get behind him, and he really is dynamic and expressive over his top line. One that's certainly super muscular. Really love this guy from a carcass standpoint. One that also just hits you hard, patterns up really nicely. Congratulations to the young man. I think when we get to the one in second, I think you could argue with me if you wanted to switch the two of them. I just think this one's super exotic fronted, long-necked, fuzzy-legged, little bit more tubular than I would like him. One that comes with a lot of shape, though. Really nice sheep. And then the one here that we have in third, one that hit me awfully hard as well. One that I would certainly call a power sheep. One that comes with tons of expression, tons of tone when you get your hands on him. One that I certainly love when you get over top. I think his power does come at a cost a little bit. He has a little coarser design, a little straighter off of both ends of his skeleton. Like to lengthen his neck up a little bit, but one that I awfully love. So congratulations to him as well. I think when we get down to our bottom end here and in our middle, I think some sheep that you can certainly appreciate just from a look standpoint, maybe not as expressive in their muscle tone, maybe doesn't carry as much down over their top line. Ones that I think balance up and come with tons of presence. And I think when we get to our lower end, just ones that kind of fall short in terms of power and punch. And that's certainly what I'm looking for here today. But congratulations to all of our exhibitors.
Results of Class 2. First place, Kaysen Bowman. Second place, Kaysen Bowman. Now entering the ring, Class 3, Cooper Sanchez, Marissa Merrill, Adeline Crowder, Hannah Schick, Braxton Neal, Reese West, Tyler Humphrey, Mackenzie Merrill, McKinley Sunderland, Braxton Neal, Dakota Smith, and Brandon Winslow. Lining up at the gate, we have Kaysen Bowman, Avon Green, Anna Kemp, Clara Kemp, Leah Kemp, Catherine Olson, Hannah Schick, and Bemley Watkins. Lined up at the gate, we have Class 4 to conclude our Division 1. Kason Bowman, Avon Green, Anna Kemp, Clara Kemp, Leah Kemp, Catherine Olson, Hannah Schick, and Bemley Watkins.
I mean, we think this weather out in front definitely is pretty nice. I know Michaela and I both had our eye on it the second it came into the ring. For us, he's kind of the package deal of this class. Not only is he a muscular weather truly from any angle that you study him, but that young man gets on him and he gets him set and set good. He has an amazing ring presence. Pair that with his meat product, and we just simply thought he deserved the top. Coming in second here is one that also truly offers some shape. You get in behind him and you can see the definition that this weather has down through his leg and up through his hip. For us, it's just when you get on the profile, we wish he progressed back a little bit more into his flank. He just doesn't offer that same look that the class winner provides, but we believe he's a real good second. Coming into third, another really nice weather. Young man's just having a little bit trouble getting him set right now. We just thought he didn't meet us with the overwhelming muscle that the first two provided, but you study him on the side and he truly has an amazing presence. I mean, he gets his head up and gets him stuck, and that one definitely catches your eye, just maybe not as shaped up as the other few that come before him. Getting back into these two, I know we definitely spent a long time looking at those first five. We think these two they're good from the side. You really like them when you're studying them. They look good, just unfortunately didn't hit us with as much power today. There's the three that come ahead of them, but still some really nice sheep. Getting into the bottom here, just some that we thought it needed a little bit more time, a little bit more exercise, getting more expressive muscle shape to be able to play in the top today. But congratulations to everyone.
Results of Class 3. First place, Reese West. Second place, Tyler Humphrey. Third place, Brandon Winslow. Coming in the gate, we have Kason Bowman, Avon Green, Anna Kemp, Clara Kemp, Leah Kemp, Catherine Olson, Hannah Schick, and Bemley Watkins. And then after this last class, we'll have a division drive for this first division. From Class 1, I need Emma Burke and Brandon Winslow. From Class 2, I need Kason Bowman with 2 entries. And from Class 3, I need Reese West and Tyler Humphrey.
I think we're going to leave these top 3 as they're standing. We like them pretty good that way. I think young man who comes out in front truly has the combination sheep of the class. Not only does he have a good look on the profile, I mean, he gets him propped up, he looks pretty good, but he also has plenty of power back from his blade up through his hip. Just overall a really nice sheep. Now, young lady's sheep in second is truly an extraordinary sheep. I mean, the expression he has over his rack, the muscularity down through his hip, we sure like it a whole lot. We think he's definitely going to be a good cutability sheep, going to produce a well done carcass. Young lady in third, another nice sheep we have. She also offers plenty of power, just maybe doesn't offer as much in terms of extremes of touch and tone. And then studying her on the profile, she just can't compete with the ones above her. But another good ewe. Getting down into the ones we have towards the bottom, I think there's definitely some differences. 1 and 4th is another wether that definitely has something to offer in terms of his muscle. Studying from behind, and you really like his pins up high, the way he keeps good down through his legs. But unfortunately, again, just couldn't compete with the pure power that those top 3 had to offer. Getting into the bottom 4 over here, we just unfortunately think that these wethers need a little bit more in terms of their muscularity today to be able to play in the top. But congratulations to everyone.
Results of Class 4 in Division 1. First place, Kason Bowman. Second place, Catherine Olson. Third place, Bentley Watkins. Coming back for the drive, first and second place of the first 4 classes. Class 1, Emma Berg and Brandon Winslow. Class 2, Kason Bowman. Class 3, Reese West, Tyler Humphrey. And Class 4, Kason Bowman and Catherine Olson. Class 1, Emma Berg is representing Winslow Club Lambs. Brandon Winslow is representing Winslow Club Lambs. Class 2, Kason Bowman is representing Jeffrey Club Lambs. Kason Bowman, Jeffrey Club Lambs. Class 3, Reese West is representing Little Bow Sheep. And Tyler Humphrey is representing Jeffrey Club Lambs. And Class 4, Kason Bowman is representing Jeffrey Club Lambs, and Catherine Olson representing Little Bow Sheep.
I think there's one out here that Michaela and I found pretty quickly, almost as quickly as we found him in his class. He's really the combination whether, as we had said before. Not only does he offer an amazing look on the profile, that young man gets him set, gets his head up, and he looks stunning, but also you get in on top of him, and that weather offers so much power. Truly, the combination sheep of the class. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about him because we already talked him in division, or excuse me, in class, but I'm going to go out here and pick your division champion.
Division 1 champion exhibited by Reese West, produced by Little Bow Sheep.
As for reserve division, I think there's one out here that truly mirrors our division winner in terms of his combination of look and presence in the ring, as well as the muscularity he offers throughout. Very similar thing to our champion. Young man gets him set and gets him set good. You study that weather from behind, and he offers as much shape as any over his hip and down through his leg. So we'll go up there and pick your reserve division.
Second place out of Division 1, Kason Bowman, produced by Jeffrey Clublams. Class 5 should be lining up at the gate to start our Division 2. Kason Bowman, Jaden Cardona, Reagan DeBall, Hattie Morrison, Leah Swarm, Mia Wiley, Blair Sanchez, Kason Bowman, Brinley Cardona, and Tyler Humphrey, and Brandon Winslow. Thirteen producers are being exhibited today in the Bred and Fed show. B3 Livestock, 2905 Livestock, Bauman Club Lambs, Spy Club Lambs and Goats, Cox Livestock, Derner Club Lambs, Freeman Livestock, Jeffrey Club Lambs, Kara Kimsey, Lind Club Lambs, Little Bow Sheep, Watkins Club Lambs, and Winslow Club Lambs.
I think these top two up here offer some sort, and honestly, you can flip them either way, and I wouldn't be mad. But man, this young man up here, his weather, one that hits you incredibly hard, and you get over top of that one, and he's insanely expressive over his rack down to his loin and down through his lower quarter and stifle. I think one that just is super great handling, props up relatively nicely as well. I think maybe a little bit deeper chested than the one in second. I'd like to tuck him up a little bit more in his chest floor, but still a super nice sheep for the young man, and man, when he gets that one propped up, he looks dang good. I think the man here in second, one that also hit me really hard. I really like this sheep. A little bit more exotic fronted, a little bit more progressive in his width back through his flank. One that's super tall shouldered. You get your hands on him and he's still expressive down through his top side. One that I also like in terms of his hip and hind leg assembly. Really like this sheep. Nice one for the young man. And then we get to the sheep in third here. One that handles awfully well. One that's still good in terms of a muscle standpoint, maybe a little plainer from the side, still expressive down through his lower quarter and stifle. And I like this one propped up, tall shouldered, maybe like to lengthen his neck a little bit, maybe like to drop his flank ever so slightly, but still one that I certainly like. I think we get down here to our fourth place, and I think she definitely deserves to be talked. I really like this ewe, definitely real big, real brood. I think she'll make a nice one further down the road. Maybe just doesn't stack up quite as nicely as the three ahead of her in terms of a muscle standpoint, but certainly one that I like. I think she is a little straighter off of her hind end, but I think one that will certainly do well for the young man further down the road. I think when we get down to our bottom end here, I think still a bunch of sheep that offer some sort, have a lot of nice pieces to them. Maybe just fall out in terms of power and punch. Just not quite what I'm looking for today, but certainly some good sheep for the exhibitors here, so congratulations to them.
Results of Class 5. First place, Kason Bowman. Second place, Tyler Humphrey. Third place, Brandon Winslow. Coming in for Class 6, we have Sage Durner, Peyton Moore, Cooper Baumgartner, Blair Sanchez, Haley Bruckner, Brinley Cardona, Whitley Smalley, Grace Baumgartner, and Maggie Price. On deck for Class 7, we have Jace Golding, Emma Berg, Blair Sanchez, Cooper Baumgartner, Chloe Ella Bilo, Jace Golding, Farah Schmidl, and Dakota Smith. If you have a Subaru with a license plate County 2 19895, burgundy in color, you need to move it. You have blocked people in. A Subaru, burgundy in color, County 2 19895. Thank you. At the gate, we need Class 7, Jace Golding, Emma Berg, Blair Sanchez, Cooper Baumgartner, Chloe Ella Bilo, Jace Golding, Farah Schmidl, and Dakota Smith.
I think for Dorset, this one's pretty dang good, and I tell you what, I'm not really all in on the white sheep, but this one hit me hard as soon as she came into the ring. I think this one's just super cool, super long neck, tall shouldered, progressive in her width back to her flank, still comes with tons of muscle, expressive down through lower quarter and stifle, one that I certainly love when she gets her set up and propped up. So real impressive Dorset for the young lady here. I think the one here in second is one that you could definitely argue with me if you wanted to move this one a little further up. I think this one's definitely a power sheep, one that handles relatively well down his top side, maybe a little bit better than the Dorset. Unfortunately, I do think that power does come at a little bit of a cost, a little bit straighter off of both ends of her skeleton. Maybe not my favorite in terms of her profile, maybe wants to get a little deeper chested. I think if we could tuck her up there, she'd certainly be running up there with that white one. So congratulations to her. When we get down to the young lady in the purple shirt, I think a wether that I certainly like when he walked into the ring and when I got in over top of him. I think when we study him from the side here, maybe just a little bit plainer, doesn't kind of have all the cool pieces as the two ahead of him, maybe not as attractive in his hip and hind leg set, does kind of want to get a little bit straighter off of both ends as well. A little bit shorter necked, maybe not as tucked up in his chest floor, quite like the second one either, but still a real nice sheep for the young lady. And I think when we get down to the bottom end here, I think this Dorset also deserves to be talked. I think one that's really nice, real nice brood ewe, one that I like when you get in behind her. I think when we kind of get off to the side of her, though, maybe just not the most attractive down through her dock. Still one that I really like, so congratulations to the young man as well. Then when we get down to our lower end here, I think a lot of sheep that offer a little bit of sort, a lot of differences, just maybe not quite as expressive in terms of their muscle tone, maybe not the best in terms of their carcass traits, but still offer up a lot of good. Just don't quite have the power and punch as the ones in our top end here today, so congratulations to them.
Results of Class 6. First place, Blair Sanchez. Second place, Haley Bruckner. Class 7 coming in the ring, Jace Golding, Emma Berg, Blair Sanchez, Cooper Baumgartner, Chloe Ella Bilo, Jace Golding, Farah Schmidl, and Dakota Smith. Last class, Class 8, on deck, we have Owen Green, Braxton Olson, Drayden Morrison, Haley Bruckner, Kaysen Bowman, Haley Bruckner, Abigail Horde, Brandon Winslow, and Anthony Quick. If you're missing a red and gold glittery cell phone, it is at the announcer's stand. Class 8 be lining up at the gate. Owen Green, Drayden Morrison, Haley Bruckner, Kason Bowman, Haley Bruckner, Abigail Horde, Brandon Winslow, and Anthony Quick.
I think this is a real nice top trio we have here in this class, and Michaela and I kind of went back and forth on these top two, both with each other and with ourselves. But we ultimately think the young man in the blue shirt here, he just has a weather that ties everything better together a little bit more. You study him from the side, and he definitely catches your eye. He has a good look on the profile, but it's really when you get on top of him, that thing is so wide down his back and still offers so much shape out through his upper hip, down through his stifle. So I think we landed on him for a pretty conclusive first. Getting into second here, young man's weather obviously offers some shape. There's no doubt about that. This weather still has plenty to offer in terms of his muscularity, down through his forearm, out through his hind end. It was just on the profile for us. He just didn't have as much of that look and ring presence as the class winner, but I can still commend him. This is a real nice weather. Young lady that comes out in third, unfortunately, her weather we just think didn't have the same punch and power to play with the top two. Still a really nice weather, offers plenty of shape and expression. Just got a little bit lost, a little bit deeper chested. Would like to see him a little bit longer necked, but otherwise an amazing job. Getting out here into the bottom, we have a couple of really nice weathers that are by no means light muscled. We have some really nice weathers that are by no means light muscle. They offer a good look on the side, but again, just unfortunately didn't have the same power that our class winners offered. So we'll keep them in fourth and fifth. Coming down to the bottom, another nice trio. Unfortunately, they just lack some muscularity. We want to see more expression through them out their hind end. We'll keep them there, but good job to everybody.
Results of Class 7, first place Cooper Baumgartner, second place Jace Golding. Coming in the ring, we have our final Class 8 in the Division 2. Owen Green, Drayden Morrison, Haley Bruckner, Kason Bowman, Haley Bruckner, Abigail Horde, Anthony Quick. Following Class 8, I need from Class 5, Kason Bowman and Tyler Humphrey. Class 6, Blair Sanchez and Haley Bruckner. Class 7, Cooper Baumgartner and Jace Golding. Again, if you're missing an iPhone that is red with gold glitter on the back and two cute kids on the front, please come see me at the announcer's stand.
was battling a little bit with myself on how I wanted to place this top end here, but I think we got her down pretty well. I think this sheep up in front just wins her pretty handily. One that is just a combination sheep for me, and I know you've heard this from me all night, but one that just comes with tons of power, tons of punch, and man, you get on that sheep over top of him, and he's super dynamic and three-dimensional. Down his rack, over his loin, spans wide, equipped with a big, stout, powerful hip, and he gets this one propped up and stuck, and man, he looks dang good. Tall-shouldered, progressive in his width back to his flank, shallow-chested, one that I really, really like. I think we get to our second place sheep here, and really like this blue lamb. I think he profiles up really nicely. Long-necked, tall shoulder, again, progressive in his width, back to his flank. Maybe not as shallow-chested as the one ahead of him. Maybe not the most attractive out of his hip and hind legs set. Other than that, I still think he's a good sheep. Still touches relatively nicely. Maybe just not as cracked open and opened up as the one ahead of him. I think we get to the sheep here in third, and I really wanted to sort this one up a little bit higher there for a minute, but the longer I study him, the more I like him here where he is. Maybe a little bit deeper chested, doesn't quite wedge the correct way for me. He wants to kind of cut up into his flank a little bit, but I tell you what, this one just handles really well. Again, another one that's super three-dimensional. A little bit bolder in his forerib, lays the foundation for his rack, one that I also really, really like. Just wish he had a little bit more presence to him. I think when we get down here to our lower end, a lot of sheep that I really like, a little bit piecier for me. I think this one here in fourth maybe gets a little plainer sided. Still comes with tons of muscle. Still one that I like from the side. I just think he gets a little plainer. The one that we get down here in fifth, another one that I really like in terms of just muscle shape. You're good. One that I like in terms of just muscle shape, just maybe doesn't come with the pattern and presence as our top end. And then we get down to our lower two and maybe just fall out in terms of power and punch. Just don't quite come with the presence as well, but still two nice sheep for the young men.
Results of Class 8. First place, Kaysen Bowman, and second place, Haley Bruckner. Can I please have from Class 5, Kaysen Bowman and Tyler Humphrey. Class 6, Blair Sanchez and Haley Bruckner. Class 7, Cooper Baumgartner and Jay Scolding. And Class 8, Kaysen Bowman and Haley Bruckner. Class 5, Kaysen Bowman and Tyler Humphrey. Class 1, Kaysen Bowman, lamb produced by Jeffrey Clublam. Tyler Humphrey, lamb produced by Jeffrey Clublam. Class 2, Blair Sanchez, produced by Spy Clublams. Second, Haley Bruckner, produced by Jeffrey Clublam. Class 3, Cooper Baumgartner, produced by Little Bow Sheep. 2, Jay Scolding, produced by Little Bow Sheep. And the final class, Kason Bowman, produced by Jeffrey Clublam, and Haley Bruckner, produced by Jeffrey Clublam.
I think this is a real nice division drive, and man, I'm battling with who I want to pick and who I want to use for reserve, but I think we got a nice set out here. I'm not going to re-talk them because you guys already heard me talk them in the class, but I think we got a dang good set. One that I want to use for Grand, I think, is just one that is a combination sheep, one that really balances up, patterns up really nicely, tall-shouldered, shallow-chested, progressive in his width back to his flank. You handle this one, he's really fresh to the touch, one that's super three-dimensional over his rack and loin. I know you guys have heard me say that several times today. And then the one I think I want to use for reserve, I think just best matches him in terms of just presence from the side and just having enough. Are these the stoutest pin sheep in the class? No. But still, I think they're two sheep that rise to the top rather quickly, and I think Caitlin and I here agreed on that. So we're going to go out here and select your Grand and Reserve for this division.
Results of Division 2, first place Kason Bowman, second place Haley Bruckner. Can we please have back Division 1 winner and second place, which was Reese West and Tyler Humphrey? Reese West and Kason Bowman. And Division 2, Kason Bowman, and Haley Bruckner. Division 1, first place coming in with Reese West, produced by Little Bow Sheep. Second place coming in, Kason Bowman, produced by Jeffrey Clublams. Division 2, first place Kason Bowman, coming in, produced by Jeffrey Clublams. And second place, Haley Bruckner, coming in, produced by Jeffrey Clublams. We still have a cell phone up here unclaimed, and we actually have another cell phone unclaimed. One found in the women's bathroom. It's a Samsung. Looks like it's had better days. And then the other one is an Apple iPhone. Red gold glitter. We'd like to thank our sponsor for the Born and Raised, which is the Laramie County Farm Bureau. They will be, and they are here to sponsor the buckle.
think we got a nice set of sheep out here for a final drive, and I think Caitlin and I certainly have a type. First, I kind of just want to start by thanking everyone for having us out here to go ahead and sort through your born and bred sheep show. You know, just I'm not going to go on a big long spiel. That's not really my thing. But I think producers, breeders, parents, exhibitors, you all should be real proud because this is a dang good set out here. Caitlin and I kind of agreed that there's an awfully good pair out here, just in terms of just being a complete, in terms of balance and presence, and then carcass traits. You get over top of these two, you get your hands on them, and they're both fresh to the touch, both incredibly three-dimensional and dynamic, down through their top side, down through their lower quarter and stifle. I like this pair an awful lot, so we're gonna go out here and we're gonna go select your grand, and we're gonna select your reserve. Again, thank you guys for having us out here, and congratulations to these exhibitors.
Champion bred and fed exhibited by Reese West, produced by Little Bow Sheep. Reserve champion bred and fed, produced by Kason Bowman, produced by Jeffrey Club Lambs.